Hey everyone, welcome back to Breaklight Productions. My name is Curtis Lambert and today we're reacting to another viewer suggestion. This time it's for BURGERKILL Integral. Let's jump on into it. Ooh, already breaking out the artificial artifact in. Oh, nice highlights. Look at all those lights, the streaks they're getting off them. Oh, bit of a scuffle. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, cool shot. Hell yeah, loving this red lighting. Like, I know obviously it's a sort of concert, but it contrasts so well with the story stuff in the beginning then. Woo! Hell yeah. Gah. If this played in cans, this would have such a, like, circle pit going for it. Damn, nice slow-mo. Bit of fisheye as well. Ooh! Got a bit of that strobe effect in there. Both literally because of the strobes on stage, but it's also flickering between different shots. Awesome. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of, like, artifacting on this. That's really cool. And, like, you'll see that there's sort of these, with the strobe lights, sometimes there's these, like, bars coming up at the bottom. That's just, like, something you're always gonna get with strobe lights and cameras. It's basically just the strobe is flickering out of time with the actual shutter speed of the camera, and so it sort of creates that effect. And there's, like, nothing you can do about that, like, at least from my understanding. Loving the editing. Ooh, that was a good bit of fisheye back there. Some slow-mo. Cool. Bit of flickering back and forth. Ooh. Oh, that was cool slow-mo of that, like, front flip into the audience. Nice low angle of the guitarist. Yeah. Oh, good timing. Oh, fisheye. God, such circle pit energy, this song. This is crazy. Oh, love that microphone shot. That is so cool. And all that is, like, super simple. Just stick a GoPro on the microphone. That's how you do it. It's got an inbuilt fisheye, so pretty simple. Hell yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. I love how overblown the lights are in these skateboarding shots. It's so fascinating. Fucking cool. Awesome. Yeah, that was a great little music video. Really effective. Let's talk about it. From the get-go. So, as I was literally just saying, these lights in these skateboarding shots, oh my god, they are so glowy and so haliated. Like, they've got so much halation, like you can see pretty much off every single light those streaks just coming off. And that's something that you can, like, certain editing programs are just a simple drag and drop, and all it's doing is it's reading like where the light sources are, where's the highlights, and then it's basically just adding a glow effect to those highlights. So yeah, that's what you're seeing, like in this sort of very first shot, so to speak, that I'm looking at. Yeah, you've got these long beams, and just like every light is so glowy. That's probably how they would do it, is by adding some sort of halation or glow effect to the lights in post-production. Are there ways of doing that in camera? Yes. And, you know, I will be talking about this eventually, but one way of doing it is if you know exactly where your light is going to be and it's relatively static or whatever, you can sort of, by adding substance to your actual lens itself, or I would recommend to a filter that you put on the lens, you can affect how light passes through that filter. So an example of that is, and this is one we used for the feature film we produced, our DOP put Vaseline on the lens, because you could still, like, it's translucent, you can still relatively see through it, especially when like very thinly applied, but it creates interesting distortions in the lighting. It's basically like if you took a foggy glass and you tried looking through it, like how you see light through that glass is going to be different to how, like, the lens would normally pick up on it. So that's a really cool way of doing it in camera. How would I put this? Don't go putting Vaseline straight onto your lenses and stuff to give it a try. Like, because you have to clean it like ASAP, otherwise it's an absolute pain. I had someone that did it and they didn't clean the lens afterwards, and it sat around for a week. I didn't realize it had Vaso on there. Took the lens cap off and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was so hard cleaning it off. Yeah, basically, if you don't have a filter, like a cheap screw-on filter to put on the front of your lens to do it on itself, don't do it. You know, and just do it in post. Really interesting color grade. Like, again, it's sort of going for a blue tint on this one with the mid-tones. while the highlights are keeping some of that sort of yellowish in the backgrounds and stuff. But then you've got the concert footage that is just like vibrant red and blue and yellow, with sort of really like they've really lowered the shadows so that, like, again, the black is really black. And what they've done, like, all of this is like just natural lighting. The skateboarding stuff is just like, you know, they might have put up an extra light or two somewhere to get, you know, a bit of sort of ambient lighting, but otherwise it's just, you know, the street lighting and stuff around. And then for the band performance stuff, it's just essentially light the room. We'll light this like a concert. Therefore, we know there's going to be lights on the audience, there's going to be lights on us, the band. And while it may not look as cinematic as it could if you were very picky about where your lights are, it still does a nice clean job, and saves a heck of a lot of time. What else have we got to talk about? Obviously there's some slow-mo. The editing really does keep the energy, as well as there are some rapid, well, quite frequently there's a lot of rapid fire cuts thrown in there, working with the strobe lights and stuff. As I said, with the strobe lights, you will see at some points there's just like a solid yellow bar at the bottom. That's just because the shutter speed is off time with the strobe light, and that can like cause effects. What can you do about that? You can try changing shutter speeds in the camera, yada yada yada, but you know, strobe lights are so fast most of the time you just need to like deal with it. You know, it's gonna happen at some point, so yeah, not much point trying to battle against that. Lots of fisheye shots as well. We've got that microphone shot, which I fucking love, and all that is just put in like a GoPro or some sort of small action camera on the microphone. Like, and that makes such a unique shot. If you just put it on the end of the microphone, you're gonna have, in fisheye mode, your like performer's face like right there looking down the barrel of the camera. Yeah, so cool, so effective. What else can we talk about? Oh, there was something with the guitar solo. Let me just trying to find it. Oh, okay. It's not something like majorly exciting, but I do like with the guitar solo stuff that we get a lot of low angle. So low angle is basically when the camera is lower than your subject. High angle is when you're higher than your subject. And the thing is that, and again, this is why it's important with music videos, even though we can do anything we like for the sake of the art, it is important still understanding a bit of like film etiquette and sort of like film meaning and stuff like that, because in very basic like layman's terms, low angle, when we're looking up at someone, they look powerful, they look dominant, they look in control. If we're looking down at someone, they look vulnerable, they look lesser, they look weak. Now obviously you can play with that. There's a lot of examples of like the opposite done, etc, etc. But when doing performance shots, it is not only quite common, but it's quite a good practice to like, okay, if I need the band to look like tough badasses or whatever, boom, low angle, look up at them. Like, I even do it for country like musicians and stuff, because it just, it makes them look more like powerful and just like, and like you're sort of like looking up at your idol, at your like celebrity or whatever. So yeah, super simple thing there that you should keep in mind for your cinematography, and that when you're like planning even just performance shots. Yeah, all in all, not much to talk about in this one, but it was a nice clean music video. And yeah, let me know if there's any other Burger Kill ones you want me to react to. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.